Let's review a little bit of our transformations of exponential functions, okay? This is going to review that as well. We'll get started on the Kahoot in a second. But remember, if I have something happening directly to x, is this a horizontal or a vertical movement? It's horizontal. Is this going to be 2 units to the right or 2 units to the left? To the left. It's the opposite, right? But if I have something not happening directly to x, it's on the outside. Is this vertical? Is this counterintuitive or intuitive? It's intuitive, meaning that this plus 2 means it goes up. If it's a minus 2, it goes down. Okay, so that's what this is going to go over. You don't need a calculator. It's all concepts. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Question 1. What kind of shift happens with this function? So most of us answered 4 units down. Remember, our change, it's not happening to x, right? It's happening afterwards. That's just a minus 4. That just takes every point and goes down 4. 4 units down. Next question. What transformation happens with this function? I guess that's supposed to say units. Typo. This should be counterintuitive. So how come it's 4 units to the right, not to the left? Megan?
Because x is on the right side of 5.
No. Has nothing to do with what side of it's on. Madeline?
It's affecting the x directly.
It's affecting the x directly, which means?
Which means that it's horizontal.
It's a horizontal movement, so either left or right. So we're immediately eliminated A and B.
And then because it's -4, because it's counterintuitive, it will move to the right.
It will move to the right. Okay, very good. Okay, this is not worth points. Read the prompts. Tell me if you understand or not. The next image will have a dotted exponential graph that will be f of x equals 2 to the x. The other graphs will be translated vertically and horizontally. We want to find which of the graphs is g of x equals 2 raised to the power of x plus 2. Understood? Or I need help. And if you need help, be ready to ask a question of what you're not understanding. It'll make a lot more sense when you see the next one. This isn't worth points. So 3 of us didn't understand. Do we need help understanding the prompt? Yes?
Well, one thing I didn't really understand was on the problem.
Yeah.
How it was, like, if it would move right or left. I still don't really get that.
Okay. So, Luke, is this, I mean, it's up here. Do you think this is horizontal? I'm assuming yes because you said left or right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the purpose of this is for me to identify that part of it. Okay. I'm going to say this once and I'm not going to do it again because this is a pre-assessment. If I have something affecting x right away, it is a horizontal, just as you said.
Yeah.
But you see how this is a plus 2? Naturally, our minds would start to think, oh, I'm going to go to the right because plus 2 is positive. But it's actually counterintuitive. You're actually going to go 2 to the left, and so it would be like moving the graph to the left 2 units.
So if it's plus, it goes to the left. If it's minus, it goes to the right.
On the horizontal movement, yes. Vertical movement is not counterintuitive. It's very intuitive. So the plus 2 goes up, the minus 2 goes down. Make sense?
Is there a reason for that it goes down?
I tried to explain it to you guys on Friday, and I tried to put that picture where, like, if I could go forward 2 units, grab that part of the graph, and slide it backwards. It's really hard for me to explain without like having like something that I can manipulate and grab and move. I'll try to explain it after the Kahoot though. That's a good question. Okay? So here's the next problem. It's going to be a graph. Which of these is g of x equals 2 raised to the power of x plus 2? So this dotted graph is f of x. The other ones are moved horizontally and vertically. Which one are you looking for? Why are we telling people? That's not the point, right? So most of us said green. Why did we choose the green one? Peter? We're moving 2 units to the left. So we went from the black graph, the dotted one, to the green one. Very good. Read the prompts. Tell me if you understand or do not understand. The next image will have the dotted exponential graph. That will be f of x. The other graphs will be translated vertically and horizontally. We want to find which of the graphs equals g of x, which is 2 to the x plus 2. Yeah, the original is. Okay, 2 of us still don't understand. Can I ask where the misunderstanding is happening? Yes?
So, like, when you have the parentheses, like, what do you do if it's just x? Is it just, do you make it just 2x, or is it?
Is anything happening to x right away? So do we have a horizontal movement?
Yes.
We would if something was happening to that x right away. So remember the last problem where it was x plus 2 and we moved to the left? Technically, you can think of this as an x plus 0, right? Like there's nothing happening to x right away, so that would be no horizontal movement. Does that clear things up?
Yeah.
Okay, that should give you a pretty good hint as to what this next answer is going to be. Which of these graphs is g of x equals 2 to the x plus 2? I tried to get the colors to match up too.
Which one?
Hmm?
Is orange the top one or the bottom one? Wait, never mind.
There, look at the graph.
Take it back. I take it back.
Did someone else get logged out? Or are we still in? It's waiting for you. That's what this time is waiting for. Oh, okay. So, most of us got orange. So, notice that it shifted up 2 units, right? So, remember, since it didn't happen directly to x, it's not horizontal. It's vertical, right? It's happening on the outside. But what else moved? Besides just the graph, what else moved? My asymptote, Shannon. How far up did it move with the vertical translation? 2 units. Notice the orange graph never touches 2. So there's my horizontal asymptote, okay?